What's going down? How's everybody feeling this evening? Welcome to Thailand TV. It's your boy T Dub, 800 the Stiz House, the God in Man form, and the Prophet De Jour. Man, what's up, everybody? Man, it seems like something going down every day, every week, man. Real quick, wanted to give a shout out to Ronnie Henderson and his family. Passing. Just some unexpected stuff, man. Great man, a king, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was all one of them type of people, man, where it's like every time you see him, it's love. You know what I mean? We seem to be falling far and few of those nowadays. So, when I was telling people before, I talk to people when I talk about this, it's like sometimes you just, they just don't wake up, and that's crazy. So, blessings to the family and. Yeah, moment of silence. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy, man. Welcome to my show, man. It's my Monday show. Hope everybody's doing pretty well out there. We're gonna keep it sports theme. It's gonna be a little bit a lot of opinionated stuff of what's going on. Cause there's been a lot of stuff in the news today, so I want to get on and talk about it. But it's all sports related. You know what I'm saying? It has to do something with the sports. You know what I mean? That's how I roll, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think one of the things that I saw in particular was a post about a team, a high school team, and the whole starting five is going D1. Yeah, man. Yeah, it just makes me think because it was like, you know what I mean? Like that was my vision. You know what I mean? That's the vision I had. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what other people's visions was, but that was that was my vision. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can flip off of whatever they want to do, but that was my vision. That's what I seen. And some got there. You know what I mean? Some got there, but my vision was for a lot of them, all of them. They know who they is. You know what I'm saying? And so it is what it is. I'll flip out on another show about that stuff later on, but I just saw that and I thought that was really peculiar. I think that that's something that we need to work on. I think we need to be more proactive about making sure we're getting the most opportunity for all of our kids on our rosters as coaches. I think that that's something that, piqued my eye when I seen it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's just how I am. I'm gonna see that and I'm gonna speak up on that because I think that's something that can be done. It can be accomplished. Um, everybody has different views of seeing things, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a person that talks very highly of young people, you know what I'm saying? All of them across the board. So that's just how I speak. And I speak that life into them. So I've always told people my connections with young people is a lot different than anybody else's, you know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those situations where people have different views, you know what I'm saying? Like I say all the time, you know what I'm saying? Grown ups, it's more difficult to talk to grown ups because everybody has their own views of what they want to do and things like that. But to have been able to just make sure that most of these guys was taken care of, that was my plan. That was my goal. And I tried to help you guys, you know what I'm saying? I got on that a little bit before on one of my shows, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tear into that because matter of fact, precursor for the movie, you know what I'm saying? South of the River, the documentary is going to be coming out June. It's going to be coming out soon. But I get to work on that. I got to get my interviews going. I know I've been talking about it for a lot. I talk it big, man. When it's time to go big, we go big. But I talk it big, and yeah, making the most for all the kids that you have in your roster, your program is the biggest thing that you can do. As coaches, that's player development. That's player development. That's how a player development person is supposed to think, because it's supposed to be thinking about getting them to the next level, right? You know what I mean? Speaking on shooters. Oh, this is something I spoke about before one time. shoot, I saw this article, another post. I'm getting most of my stuff from the internet. So what? Hey, most shooters don't miss because they can't shoot. They miss because they change. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I talk about this a lot, man. Like, somebody asked me this one time, why do you bring up always the young years, right? And my answer to that is because the young years is where they figure it out. Like the young years is where you start realizing, okay, this guy's a shooter. Okay, this guy great handle. Okay, this guy has just a different vision. This guy has a better IQ. This guy's great. You start seeing it in the younger years. They don't just automatically one day wake up 10th, 11th grade like, man, I can do this now. They've been doing it since they were young. So it's important for them to always remember what it was and how they did what they did when they was doing it, when they was younger. You know what I'm saying? And shooters in particular, everything about a shooter is repetitious. Everything about the shooter is repetitious. Once you change, and even this is the thing that I spoke about with young people. What happens the most is when you get defense on you, that's when you change the most. That's when you see a person when they usually would go up to the basket like this, all of a sudden the defense is there bumping them. Now they go to the basket like this. You're training like this. I spoke about this before. You're training to do this. So why would you shoot this? You're not training to do that. You haven't been training to do that. That's why the shot's off when you shoot that. But the shot's more percentage wise to hit that thing if you shoot that bug the same way you shoot even with the contact. You know what I mean? I think that's a good post for young people to see. I don't know if I reposted it or not. I might have reposted it, but as a shooter, I think it's very important to always stay repetitious. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you was doing, especially when you was young, because that's when you created that shot. You know what I mean? Get back to that. You know what I'm saying? So young people, just remember to stay, especially like when contact, you're going to the lane, or you're in, you know what I mean, mid-range or whatever, you get some bumps. Stay with your, don't come off of it. I think a very important person on the court is, especially basketball court. But I think this type of player can cross over into different sports. I think a glue player, a player who performs the essential, unglamorous tasks, defense, hustle, communication that holds the team together and contributes to winning, often without even scoring a lot of points. Right, and in particular, down to the youth. It's the teammate who does all the hard work, diving for the balls, cheering, defending to help the team win, even if it's not scoring a chunk of points. Right. The X factor, you know what I'm saying? We got a guy we got to do in our program. We call him that, you know what I'm saying? But it's a positionless job. You know what I mean? Like it's not recognized. You know what I'm saying? Especially not in today's game. That's I think what was going on, getting wrong with the art of the game is because everything is glorified with the whole oops and the ahs. So guys fly under the radar who are just hardworking guys. And then those guys don't get developed because a real coach like myself understands how to develop those type of characteristics. But other coaches, they only know how to coach the oohs and ahs. I mean, for real, you know me. Hey, that's just what I do. It's Thailand TV. Some coaches, that's it. I mean, they only understand how to coach stars that they've been handed. They've never understood how to grassroots kids and turn them all into diamonds at the skills that they have. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, the biggest thing is to make sure that you're playing with them together, right? And those glue guys are a huge part of it. That's why it's so difficult to watch those guys fly under the radar, because those guys are the most important guys, because they're going to be the ones that does everything that everybody else. Shooters, what they don't want to do. Most of the time they don't want to rebound. Most of the time shooters ain't going to be in the paint. They be out there. See, that's how I talk. I go in the paint. So that's them dudes out there. They want to stay out there. They don't want to come in here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So those glue guys, they got no problem mixing it up down up in there. They're going to get rebounds. They, you know what I'm saying, smacking it out. You know what I mean? They're digging in for the ball. That's you know what I mean? That's the glue guys is going to give you that, right? And then also at the same time, they can come out It'd be a ball handler for you. You know what I'm saying? And then plus they're always gonna play some defense. They love that. They chops on that. They be sitting there like you know what I'm saying? And for the game of basketball in particular, I mean, those guys can make very big uh, momentum swings in games. On the football field as well. I mean, yes, it's only one sided, but even if you got a guy that at the college level, difficult at the pro level, but at the college level, I mean, you can have a guy playing both ways and be similar to that of what a glue guy would be on basketball. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can make a big play on offense and then bam, can be on the floor and make a big play on defense. And in all the sports, I think you got to have a guy who just does the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? You know, hockey got them. Hockey got them dudes that be like, they come, they flip over that thing, they get on the ice, boy, they aim it. Hey, number 34 about to get laid out. Yes. That's all he go on there for. So you know what I mean? So almost every sport, you know what I mean, except the individual sports, every sport got a glue guy, somebody that's in there to, you know what I'm saying, build a ruckus, man. A little bit, man. Let's go ahead and get on into some of the stuff right now, Bills, you know what I'm saying? Because it's about to get serious up in here right now. Yes, it is. You know what I mean? Welcome to Thailand TV. Last night, man, we had the Super Bowl, man. The most boringest Super Bowl I can remember in time, boy. Whew, that game was boring. I tell you, though, the most exciting thing about the game was they won me some money. You know what I'm saying? The whole household won money. Hey, man. Woo, that was crazy, man. We won a little bit of mundo, though. You know what I'm saying? But still, it was a boring ass game. Very defensive game in the first half. New England couldn't get nothing going, man. And that's funny too, because I saw things talk about Diggs lost his woman and the Super Bowl. But yeah, he couldn't get off, man. He couldn't get, and I don't think it was his fault. I think that I think his quarterback was rattled. I think we had a rattled quarterback because I think the pressure of the moment was just too much for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, offensive line was giving it up, but I think there could have been times where he could have made better decisions. You know what I'm saying? As what was going on, you know, seeing that penetration through the wall, but that plays a big, because me and the guys were talking about that, man. That plays a big part of it. I mean, that's the biggest position on the floor, man. And if that person is shaky, you know what I'm saying? I mean, how shit, you can't get the ball off. Saying we ain't even getting no attempts, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't getting thrown to it all, right? And Seattle was doing their thing. Sam Darnold, man, you know what I'm saying? Like making fun of the Vikings right now, man. Come on, front office. I'm not my team, because it's my team. I'm not making fun of my teams. My team, Vikings. It's my team. It's not making fun of them, but decisions they be making be like, you know what I'm saying, suspect at times. And you know, a lot of people leave us and go win. You know, some we were joking about yesterday too. A lot of people leave us and go win. So big ups to you for winning that, man. And they played a good game. Seahawks played a good game. I think their ground game was killing, man. And you can, I'm telling people while I'm in the room, I'm like, yo, 3 yards a carry, bro. That's a touchdown every single time, bro. If you get 3 yards a carry, that's a touchdown every single time. And that's shit. It was doing that. Walker running all over the place. Supposed to do about that? What can you do about that? Because that's my thing. Like, if you can stop the run, make people throw, you got an advantage. You got a chance. But if you got people that's running it up on you, man, the whole game, man, it's difficult. And New England couldn't do nothing. And offensively wise, because they quarterback folded under pressure. He folded under pressure. He just did. So it makes it a very difficult situation once the head of the snake is a little bit inconsistent. You know what I mean? Scared also. I think it was a little bit of scaredness too. Sam Darnold played a normal game. I didn't see any like high significant numbers, but he did enough to get it done. You know, Because they didn't score either. Like I said, it was a very defensive game in the first half. What, three, and then 3-0, 9-0, 3-0, 9-0. You know what I mean? Come on. What is that? You know what I'm saying? Boring game. You know what I mean? Hey, and that's me. This is Thailand TV. So take what you want from it as far as what I'm saying about it. I'm disrespecting the game by saying it, but it was a boring ass game. Okay. You can say whatever you want to say. All right. That's my opinion of what happened in the game. Don't have any too many things to highlight about it. You know what I'm saying? I love Michigan State, walking from Michigan State. So that's something to highlight about it right there. Michigan State love. Got him a MVP. You know what I'm saying? So give him flowers where they do. Shout out to you, bro. You know what I mean? On everything. Let's talk about it. You seen what happened up in there, man. Halftime show. Now I'll be watching. See, the thing about it is, right? This it was unfortunate that the game was so boring that it became really for me kind of just watching how the vibe of the commercials was and then watching the halftime show because of all the situational conversations about it and the hype coming on around it. So um the commercials was basically, I thought it was commercial was just normal that's what's so weird about it, right? We've gotten so far into technology now and how we receive our movies and stuff like that we didn't forget about commercials because these commercials was regular. You know what I'm saying? We don't watch commercials all the time anymore. Everything's all vid, whatever, you know what I mean? And stream, right? So we really don't watch commercials that now they can just come out and just start giving us regular commercials. just a regular Dorito commercial, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's how I view things. I don't know if y'all view it like me, but that's how I was noticing it. But they were regular commercials. It wasn't like back in the day how the commercials would be like some super futuristic or some movie that's been talked about possibly coming out. You know what I'm saying, or some real reaching, almost risque type of commercial for a beer commercial or whatever. But I thought they were all low key. I thought they were just regular commercials. And I think that the biggest thing that evening was the halftime show. Yeah, we'll talk about it, man. Because I think this is a good topic to end my daily affirmations with, because it kind of ties into what we're talking about this evening. The halftime show. We can talk about the halftime show because it's sports related. First of all, it was during the halftime of the Super Bowl, which is a very huge event worldwide, right? So we can talk about it like that. And also music crosses over, right? Sports crosses over, right? How many rappers, artists hooped, even talk about being pros, right? How many pro athletes have had albums? You know what I mean? Must be the money that got me going on. Hey, must be the money, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that song. Hey, must be the money, right? So they didn't cross over into each other for, man, a long time, right? So to speak about this is ties right in. You know what I'm saying? To tonight's theme, like I said. So Bad Bunny, you know what I mean? I don't know too much about Bad Bunny. Ironically, it's one of those type of things where I feel I age myself all the time now. But it's, one of those type of things where I've heard the songs, some of the songs, I just didn't know who it was. I don't know some of the young people, you know what I'm saying? But we listen to the music, man, or listen to the sounds. I was not able to hear the words. I don't know if it was because where I was at in the place, but I think for me, it was just feeling the vibe, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a huge thing for me when it comes to music. In particular, is about feeling the vibe. And I think what this young man did was it was very political. I do that because anything that's a movement is political. Anything that's a movement, right? And I think these are movements that him and Kendrick have done. And basically, while everybody's trying to toss and throw things out there and break down what they've done, I'm gonna tell you exactly what they've done. What they've done is just told you their lives. What they've done is each one of these individual men, these young kings, have told you their lives from birth to what they are now. I mean, take a look at Bad Bunny. What he did was he showed you the cornfields, right? Or excuse me, I'm sorry, the cane. You know what I'm saying? Sugar cane. They call it sugar cane, but I think he was showing them coca. Where you get your coca from? We the one that gave you the Americans the coca. No, for real. Sugar cane. Sugar cane, right? And those fields and where he came from, right? That's birth, right? All of a sudden, younger man, growing up, you know what I'm saying, slanging, hanging out on the block, selling coconut, you know what I'm saying, kicking it with his homies, partying, whatever, blah, blah, skippy, and then all of a sudden, you fast forward to him now, life, partying on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? Dropping through houses, breaking down through houses, kicking the door back in, you know what I'm saying? Partying with the elites, the highest. From birth to now, Kendrick did the same thing. This is what I see every day. This is what I've seen in my life every day. This all I'm doing is telling you the story of my life. It's that obvious. And sometimes, and that's what's so weird about it, is when people take it and be like, well, this is what it was, and this is what. No, it was not. It was just a moment to say, I have the highest stage. I am going to tell you my story. This is my story. People can take it however they want, but that's exactly what it was. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you don't understand the language of it, feel the vibe like I did. It was a party. My man was saying, yo, no matter what we've been through, we party. They had the wedding going on. And that's their culture. That is their culture. That is the Latino and Latinos culture, man. They love, man. That's what they do. That's what they do. You know what I mean? They all about that. You know what I mean? That's love. I'm saying they was kicking it, man. They had a little party, jumping. Then he went up there with the with what's her name? You know what I'm saying? With Cardi B was up in there. Beezy up in there. I was like, yo, tell it. They was up in there kicking it, man. You know what I'm saying? That Ricky Martin. See, that's love, bro. That's love, man. He got Ricky on there, bro. You know Ricky. Y'all know Ricky. He brought Ricky on there. That's love. That's what I love about when the younger artists do that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Pay tribute to, yo, you put us on too. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's what it was. I think Kendrick did the same thing. And I think these are moments where these young artists are saying, hey, look, I'm going to tell my story. And, you know, I think a lot of times we take it and try to make it all into something else. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's still a movement. It's telling us that we can do that too. Everyone has a story. You know, everybody's story is different, but you can all tell your story. You know, so. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna tie that into tonight's conversational piece, the resistance. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get to my thing. Oh, wait, hold on. There you go, right there. There you go, bam. Bam, let's go. Let's go. We're going to talk about, you know what I'm saying, KMOJ up in this bit, unity in the community. Unity. That's real shit. That's real shit. I was about to put that. I can't do that. That's they own that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I hope they don't tax me for saying it right now. But I'm showing love, giving flowers where it's due, because that's what it is. Unity in the community. That's what's dope. That's what's dope. My bad. Last time I'm saying it. Well, love. Hey, but we're gonna talk about unity through sports, actually, and using sports as a reason for us to connect. Dr. James Naismith. I speak about this all the time, especially when I talk to my boys that I coach. I always ask them. I was like, "Do you know who Dr. James Naismith is?" Or excuse me, do you know who created basketball? Right? I need them to know that. I need them to understand the grassroots reason of why this sport was invented. You know what I'm saying? And there's many stories about what there's really pretty much the same story. Reasons may be different, but pretty much, I mean, the story goes, a man saw some boys just didn't know what to do. They didn't want to play the whatever. Probably didn't want to play whatever else other people were playing. He said, "Man, let me try this real quick, man." He grabbed a little ball, Um, and he grabbed some boxes. Actually, this is the story. This is the story. So he grabbed he had people grab some boxes or go look for some boxes. He said, yo, grab me 2 boxes. Right? He wanted some boxes. And they came back. It's like, yo, we can't find no boxes, but we got these little baskets, wood baskets. He's like, all right, yeah, let's use them. He's like, put them up. You know what I'm saying? Put one up on each side. And he was like, all right, I'll just take this ball, just put it through that thing. You know what I'm saying? Boy was like, all right, cool, whatever, ball, just give me. So they started, you know what I'm saying, playing. You know what I'm saying? They formed a little thing. Like, all right, bet, this is cool. That's really how it started. And my man was like, yo, just to be able to give them these young people something to do, and give them a sport to bring them together and fellowship. I think fellowshipping is important, very important, actually. I learned that from my years going to church, and how truthful of a statement it is to fellowship amongst each other. I think that basketball is a way of doing that. I think the ways in which people can fellowship with each other is numerous. So to be able to, get together with your brother and play basketball, play a sport, you know what I'm saying, have a good time, talk, kick it, talk stuff, you know what I'm saying, and just rely on each other for an hour or two, I think that's very important for young people, especially young boys, I think it's very important for young boys to do that. Because that's what we did, man. When I was younger, man, that's why I know it's real. Because that's what we did. I remember the days at YMCA. Woo, boy! I'm telling you, I be telling people this all the time, dog. Hey, I remember the days at YMCA, man. YMCA over South, you know what I'm saying, downtown. Why? I'm telling you, man, it was cracking, man. Like it was like, man, like that was the central area where everybody was at, bro. King Park was off the chain, bro. But during the day, you know what I'm saying? During the morning time on Saturday, we had to go get it downtown or at South Side YMCA. So and it makes me think about it when I think about it about how important the YMCA was, right? And the things that the YMCA stand for. The thing, like if people see I'm different, I'm very observant. So even at a young age, I was observant. So I went to hoop, but I seen there was chapels at the Y, and I seen that, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of priests people walking around there. I don't know what they doing. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Everybody. Walk around. There's a pool over there, naked people. I don't know what I'm playing. But no, I'm sorry. Y'all know my defense mechanism. But no, for real, the YMCA, man, like it was just something that I just would watch and see, like, oh wow, this is like there's a lot of serious things going on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then growing up and older and learning about how much it took to put some of this stuff together and all the different events and all the different retreats and all the different opportunities that they gave to kids. You know what I'm saying? And the people that were there to facilitate all this, you know what I'm saying? These kings and these men that would always give back, especially from where I'm from on South Side, you know what I'm saying, was really significant. So just like I was talking about with Mr. Henderson, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, people like that are involved in places like the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, you know what I'm saying? They on some different stuff because it's like, they doing it for love, man. They no big old paychecks coming from these places, dog. So maybe if you get like the director level or something, but if you're just there, you know what I'm saying, doing a regular position, you ain't doing it for the income, for the lifestyle you living. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it because you actually love being around these kids. And the YMCA and Boys Girls Club, man, were some big facilities for myself, and I know my other guys, man, you know what I'm saying? Like they're all the time. Young people nowadays, they don't really have too many YMCAs and Boys and Girl Clubs, but They do have facilities, training facilities. They do. I don't think it's the same thing though, because we used to be able to just hoop there, just get a pickup game going. I mean, they got LA Fitness, but you got to pay to go there, man. Hey, YMCA's and the boys. There was something you didn't have to pay. It was some of those you didn't have to pay. You just went there and hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different now. Now you got membership and everything, man. $130 a month. I mean, you got to get the pool access, sauna. You know what I mean? But so those days of the YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club and being able to blend in with you guys, man, and meet some new guys and build some long lasting relationships, man. And it's all love, man. It's all love you build them. I mean, because I think about it now, just like when I run into my guys, even dudes that I used to like pop stuff off with, you know what I'm saying, when I was hooping, and we just didn't like each other when we was hooping, you know what I'm saying? Even like guys like that, I can still see each other and be like, oh, what up, man? You know what I'm saying? They recognize me, I recognize them, and it's like it's all love. Because I say this before, like, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of them that I mean, for real, I wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them I wouldn't even know if it wasn't for the sports. I mean, think about that. Think about how many guys you got that if you didn't play that sport or they didn't play that sport, they weren't sports, like, would you know them? There's a lot of people. It's a lot of people I know because of sports. You know what I mean? Because sports is a language. It's a language. I mean, people talk differently. You know what I'm saying? Like if you sit in a room, if you sit in a room with a whole bunch of techs, you know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? We would call them nerds. Fuck, I was one. I was a nerd. You sit in a room with a whole bunch of nerds, and you sit with a whole bunch of jocks, people that talk about sports. Are they going to be talking to each other? Probably not. You're going to have the sports people over here having conversations, and you'll have the tech guys over here having conversations. You think so? I think so, right? Oddly enough, we're trying to start blending that. I'm seeing a lot of more, you know what I mean, blending. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's learning each other language because, like I said, sports is a language. We say different stuff. We say block box out. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't gonna, people that don't know about sports ain't gonna know that, right? That's a different language. Just is what it is, and the connection of being on my sports talk show and talking about the game, talking about how defense sucks. So, excuse me, how the offense sucks. How the defense was holding it down. How wide receivers, running backs, QBs, you know what I'm saying, shooting guards, taking it to the cup, dunks, highlights. You know what I'm saying? That's a different kind of language, and that's that commonality with talking that kind of thing with somebody else that knows that is it builds a relationship. Like I said, it's a language, you know, because as long as we start to understand and be on the same accord with that kind of language, I think that's what it takes for us to kind of inspire and grow with each other. And um, in particular, when it comes to coaching young kids, because it takes a village to raise kids, man. It takes a village. So we have to be on accord. We have to have love. You know what I'm saying? Because one person is not going to be able to raise these people. You know what I'm saying? And that talks about in sports as well. It's like one mindset is not going to be able to tell them. They have to hear different mindsets because different people have been in different positions on floors. So if you have different mindsets, it's a lot better because now they get a different view of how things are going on out there. They're not just thinking everything's going to be riding the way that one person tells them to, because they're like, well, it's not going the way you said. You know what I'm saying? But they can't look over the bench if all your people are saying different things, letting them know their view of it. Like, oh, well, he didn't know. He didn't say, but he said that. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool for that to happen, for them to realize that, you know what I mean? Almost makes it look like we're on one accord, regardless of our different views. And I think it's okay for kids to understand that. I think that helps them with conflict resolution. Honestly, I think it helps young people with conflict resolution when they see us getting along. You know what I mean? When they see people, you know, trying to make things just one way, the high and mighty is difficult, because for most athletes, this is a sanctuary, you know what I'm saying, for them. I think this is a place for them to be vulnerable, because you got to, like I said, you got to work on your game in a way to where you're willing to fix the problems. And that's a vulnerable thing because it's a weakness. The problem is mainly a weakness, and as sports is, you're showing this, like if somebody can't do something when we was hooping, if somebody could do something, we made fun of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, tell me, I think y'all young people still do that nowadays. If somebody can't do something, you make fun of them, right? Am I right? Okay, so it was like you had to be vulnerable out there, you know what I'm saying? Because you knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying? You knew somebody was gonna talk about something you did. So um but it taught us that. It taught us how to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, iron is sharp as iron, but at the same time, we never like took it as disrespect from each other. And it was always a pleasure to play with someone. You know what I mean? And you could play with somebody that you didn't like out in the world or whatever. But once you guys got on the same team and you did whatever to hoop. You do whatever to win the game as a team. You know what I'm saying? And that was the one of the biggest things I learned as a coach was to try to do was to make sure that I taught them to understand they don't compete against each other. That's not what we're doing here. Like we're sharper than iron, but iron is sharper than iron. So the best are sharper than the best, but we're not picking at each other like we're better than. You know what I'm saying? We can make each other better, but don't treat each other like we're better than. You know what I'm saying? And it's as a coach, I had to learn how to try to get them that way because they're going to get better by making each other better, talking stuff to each other. There's nothing wrong with it, but to be able to handle that at the same time and not be personal about it, and then also at the same time not be so aggressive with making somebody feel bad. You know what I mean? Like doing it kind of in a more funny or joking kind of way. Teach them how to do it that way, where it's like it's funny to joke about each other. Um, and then whoever we play against, now we can kick it in motion there. You know what I mean? Because my guy, like I said, with the whole community that I built with friends and everybody, I knew a lot of people. So it was going to be a lot of times that I was hooping against somebody. And, we made a lot of connections, man. We make a lot of connections. I mean, you meet a lot of people. We all do a lot of different things, and then we all just, come out into the world. We run across each other. We go places with each other. We do things with each other, and some of us are fortunate enough to even to grow with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like be a part of each other's lives and be best men in weddings, godfather to children, and a lot of those connections were formed because of the sports that they played. People have played. I know a lot of people that have been in sports that have named their children. The person, the quarterbacks have named their children the linebacker that used, or the lineman that used to block for. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like you go in like that, and those are the good old days of sports, man. Because now it's like the money situation has come all into it now, and it's like that's what's ruining sports. That's what's ruining sports. And I think they said something about Dr. James Naismith had said something about this in his thing or whatever, saying that he knew what was going to be the problem with this and the monetary value of it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's just greedy about it. And it's crazy because it's enough. They, they print money. They just print money. Now it's digital now. Now they can just put a number there. Say, hey man, put another number there real quick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. That's all I gotta do. And it's a lot of it, you know what I mean? But everybody is so particular about getting their part of it and making sure they get their part about it that we a lot of people go overlook. A lot of things get overlooked. Especially in youth sports, man. Um, it's coming time, boy. I've already started to see um tryouts. Tryouts. Everybody on the circuit. Hey, look, man, this Thailand TV, bro. Everybody get it on my show, man, because I'll give it to you for real. And I'm starting to see a lot of tryouts, man. It's that time, man. Bring the wallets out, man. You know what I'm saying? It's time, man. Everybody on the circuit. Everybody either with Nike, Puma, Under Armour. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But you know me. I'm very real with my people, man. This is because I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? So very real with my people. Just make sure you do your research. If you need a little help about whoever you know what I'm saying you're going with, you can give me a call, give me a hit up. You know what I'm saying? Athletes in crisis. This is what we do. So I can give you the advice. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, because I can. You know what I'm saying? Like this. You know what I mean? Like I know my guy. You know what I'm saying? I know a program that's super super dope. You know what I'm saying? They was hot. My son played for him, Sizzle. You know what I'm saying? And I know a couple other programs coming up, Phenom, and then I know MTAs. I know I know a lot of programs. Uh so forward thinking and this we got a lot of kids. See, this is why I can do this, because we got a lot of kids. So if you're going to go with a program, Powerhouse. If you're gonna go with a program, call me up, let me know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, what's calculating. I can give you what's up, I give you advice, you know what I'm saying. I know the people, I know whatever. But I think it's very important to understand that it's AAU time. It's AAU time coming up, man. It's about to be money time, right? Get that money time. But that's what it is. So be in particular about what you're doing. Make sure you know what you're doing, do your research and be involved. You know what I'm saying? As parents, be involved. I think it's very important too, especially because all this um aspect of money coming down into the youth level. I always used to tell people all the time that I love college basketball, college sports the most because it's the last time the kids are, playing the game for love before they get involved in the pros. And now the pros is down to the youth level. We are college got gobbled up. they gobbled college up, plump, right down to the youth level now. You know what I'm saying? So be particular with what you're doing and make sure you're making the right decisions because this NIL thing is the effect of the NIL is real. It's real. It's real. Like I said, James Naismith made a prediction about this. Just the whole point of them making monies off your kids, and that's what the whole NIL is for because they understand how much money they're making off of your kids. I tell people this too. I tell parents whenever parents tell me about their kid being recruited by somebody, the first thing I tell to them, you make sure they give you everything you want. That's your child. You hand your child over to them. Make sure they give you everything you want. Straight up. That's real shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a fight, dude. Like, especially because, like I said, man, people about this money, man, they don't be playing about that money, man. They give you some, but they ain't trying to give you what you worth. You gotta get your money, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the ladies. The ladies are fighting right. They about to fight. You know what I'm saying? Ladies is about to fight, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, though, ladies. That's why I Thailand TV. That's what it is. It's my show. Ladies, you gotta understand, man. Like it's going to be a fight, like real stuff. It's going to be a fight. I mean, if you think about this, I'm gonna give it to you like this, ladies. Magic Johnson made 200,000. No, 2 mil. 2 mil. Magic Johnson. 2 mil. And that was the highest paid. So there were times where men were paid way less than what they're getting paid now. Because we know, because I watched it. I watched it go from like it is. Matter of fact, my brother was in the thing when it was like boom, it was like, yo, we giving out money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, people ain't even played. Like, dang, we was busting his head in. We seen it, you know what I'm saying? So the jump was significant. But I hear your plight. I hear your fight. I do, you know what I'm saying? But I do need to say the words to you that it is a fight because these people, they don't want to be wanting to give up no money, man. But because it's NIL deal, I think you do deserve it because I think they're gonna use your name, image, and your likeness to push the agenda of the WNBA. Commercials been going on, sales going on. How you know how many of your jerseys been sold? How you know? They could just tell you 7 million, we only sold 17. I've seen a whole section over there had you know what I'm saying? Let's say watch, I don't know, bro, but they can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Because they chintzy with their money. But keep fighting your stuff because, like I said, Magic Johnson made only 2 when he did his thing. And we talking about that era and prior. Like, we talking about the top 100 players. Ladies, it's gonna be a fight. You know what I mean? But I think you deserve your stuff, man. Hey, I'll give it to you too. I think you deserve your stuff, man. I just feel like that. I think that money has just changed the essence of the game, man. It just changed the essence of the game, man. The whole point of what it was created for us to come together. Different minds, man, different people just coming together. Having a good time, man. I remember, I remember conversations with younger dudes and telling them, you know what I'm saying, like, hey man, make sure you come hoop, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot going on in life right now, man. Come hoop, man. Make sure you get out, go hoop. You know what I'm saying? Just go for like 2 hours, just go hoop, and Especially like back in the day, man. Like I said, we was made different. You know what I'm saying? We was probably the last of the Mohicans, man. I used to go down to the park and just hoop, just shoot at the park with myself. You don't see that no more, man. I used to just go to the park and just hoop, just shoot by myself. Then the whole, you know how it is. It's always got to be the first person though. Back in the day, that's how we set it off. That's how we set it off. We knew it was like that. So it's a community. You know what I'm saying? It's a community of us. One person go hoop, all of a sudden everybody, the people driving by, hey man, somebody at the park, hey, shoot, circle up, yeah, pull up. Now we got 4, 5, shoot, look up. Now we got like 7, 9. Now we got 11, 12. All right, run it. Pick your 5, pick 5, 5. Let's go. Now we got 20. I got next. Nah, nigga, you ain't got next. I got my 5. Man, that's how we used to run it, man. You used to hoop, man, to relieve a lot of stress. It was important, especially for guys, young guys in relationships, man. You guys got to get out there, play your ball, man. Whatever sport it is, get out there, man. Football, you got to run. Just, you know what I'm saying? Get some lines in, man. Run some yards. Whatever you got to do, man. Just get out there sometimes because it's a good idea to release a lot of stress for us, especially young men, man. Ladies, you guys too. I'm starting to see a lot of you ladies working out, posting videos, man, looking in shape, you know what I'm saying? Like cut, you know what I mean? Don't be all like doom with it, you know what I'm saying? But looking, you know what I'm saying? Like you guys are taking care of yourselves now, man. So big shout out to the ladies. I give my flowers what they do, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important too to make sure you're looking good for yourself. I think the most important thing is that as long as you're happy with yourself, you know. Um it totally helps with sports as far as like um, being the best you, having the right people around you. I think with sports, it does that because you blend in with a lot of people that are doing things and becoming successful and progressing through life. Because sports gives you that. Sports gives you that a little bit of edge. It does. I'm gonna tell you, it gives you a little bit of edge. It helps with your discipline. Um, it helps with conflict resolution. It helps with just being able to navigate the world just a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you come from where I come from, with coaches who were just, so hard on you. You know what I'm saying? You guys just become a lot of very thorough, perseverance type of fellas, men and ladies. I'm sorry, and ladies too, because you center around each other, man, and you uplift each other, and you get that um, throughout a lot of your life. You know what I'm saying? Because I think some of the closest friends that I have are because of the sports that I played. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, we can call and uplift each other. You know what I'm saying? And there be some times when people make pacts. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw it. My mom gave me a book. My mom gave me and Alan a book. It was about these 4 doctors. They were young kids and they made a pledge to each other that they were going to become doctors, and they did. Um, I think I remember Alan and Larry making a pledge that they were going to go. One was going to go. Larry's going to go to the NFL, and Alan's going to go to the NBA, and they both did it. But Larry took it to another level. Larry just took it to another level. You know what I'm saying? He about to get that yellow coat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Which, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations. Congratulations, young King. Sorry, King. Sorry, King. Congratulations to you. Blessings, blessings on blessings on blessings, man. That's a feat, brother. That is one. That is one. You know what I'm saying? You one of them ones. You the one. You know what I mean? So big shout out to you, young fella. Um, and man, just it makes me just remember, man, those days, man. Just shout out to my South Side folks, man. Just crazy over there. What was going on, man? It looks like they quieting down over there, but still, unity through sports, man. I think that the South Side was big on just hooping. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of people that played football too, but as far as like the connections that we made through basketball, because even the football players hooped, you know what I'm saying? Like the connections that we made, um, and we would ride out, man. We ride out, man. You know what I'm saying? Sports brought a lot of people in ways that they would never have been. I mean, that's factual. And you got to understand that um, us as people who have been taught to be separated nowadays we need to get back to that unity and using sports to create friendships, everlasting friendships. I think if we teach these young people that are on same team, same programs to fight, beef, and compete over each other, or they're not going to be able to build the same lasting relationships with more of each other than they should. Be going to create cliques, and these young people don't need that, man. They need to know a lot of each other, man, because once they get up in age like us, it's gonna be, you know what I mean? Like a lot of them are gonna be doing some big things. You know what I'm saying? And for a lot of them to be knowing each other and making those connections while they're all doing huge things is will affect a lot of places. And so unity through sports, man, is dope. And we got to get back to that. In order for it to get back to that, we have to push that. We have to push that agenda. That's one of the things I do. That's one of the things I do. When I coach, I make sure my teams, um, I make sure they like each other. They have to like each other. They can hate me. Hate me. See, I'm that type of coach though. I take the blame for everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like Kaiser Sose. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be in there, you know I'm the boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm just laid back in the cut, you know what I mean? Making calls, man. That's just me. I'm low key, you know what I'm saying? Until I pop off. You don't want me to pop off. You want me to be quiet, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what back to Bad Bunny in that situation. Not him being the situation, but the situation of everybody being confused and trying to figure out what the heck. It takes a village. And what that man just showed you was that he came from a village. And to be very successful, you know? And I think we can do a lot of that for these kids. That's why I brought up the post that I seen today about 5 starters going D1. The way I build these young people up, the way I build programs up, the way I build parents up, something I'm trying to teach. I'm even trying to offer it to a program. So when y'all ready for this, man, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy, man. But Bad Bunny, man, thank you. Kendrick, thank you too last year. But this year, Bad Bunny, you put it on. People can't get people couldn't hear your voice. You gotta do something about that, you know what I'm saying? But I felt your vibe. I was rocking with you, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to Thailand TV. Shout outs to everybody, man. Blessings, man, on blessings on blessings. If you listen to what I'm talking about, blessings to you. If you don't, it wasn't meant for you, man. Just pass it on, man. Y'all have a good night, man. It's Monday. I'm done before 11. Yeah, buddy. I need to be off, man. I'll be working with these kids during the day, man. I love the kids, man. I love the kids, but man, look, I gotta go. They got me a little bit tired. I love everybody, man. Hope you have a good rest of your week. I'll see you guys on Thursday so we can talk a little bit about love. Holla. Good night.